we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright.
Hey guys, so good to be back. This is the year 2021. Now everything will be better than it was a couple of hours ago. I want to talk about New Year's resolutions. So the things that everybody, wants to do and nobody does. In the 80s there was a song, Nothing Changes on New Year's Day. And it's really true, Obviously time is kind of an illusion and we have the end of the year and a new year starts. And nothing changes if we don't change or if we don't make up our mind to do things just differently. So one thing that I did a couple of years in a row and that I actually highly recommend, just reminded me on that book, is A Course in Miracles. So you see I dragged that one around for a little bit. And the funny thing is I marked everything here that I thought was interesting, and at the end the whole book was yellow. But this is one of the, to me, like most amazing spiritual books I ever, read. The other one is I Am That by Sri Nisargadatta Maharaj, but this is really, it's up there, And what I love about this book, about the Course in Miracles, is that you have a lesson for every day of the year. So I did it 3 times so far. Maybe I should start it again. I think in the 90s, then once 2001, and then 2013. So every time I did it, I was dragging this. This thing is heavy, It really weighs you down. But as I said, to me, it's probably the most amazing spiritual book that is out there. And the interesting thing is you have you have a text part at the beginning, and that already has, it's like funny things, this when I got to Berlin, I started to teach yoga in the park. I think I was the first one. Now in the summers you can't even get a spot anymore. I don't know. What was my... And this was interesting too. This was like large format for the photographers. Yeah, they had these seahorses in Chinatown. Poor seahorses. I think they made soup out of them or something. But anyway, so this book has 669 pages. Oh no, yeah, and then you have the workbook for students. That's the second part. So this is what I was talking about, that they have like a lesson each day of the year. So this has 365 lessons. Some of them you repeat, but the interesting thing about it is like the first lesson. Since I always started at the 1st of January, first lesson. So this is lesson number 1, and you have then 364 more. Nothing I see in this room, on the street, from this window, in this place means anything. So, bam, I mean, this is like so intense. I mean, when you start thinking about it, and right away I get really excited about this book again, because it just shows you that our minds are wired in the wrong way. So then you always do an exercise, which is great too. Now look slowly around you and practice applying this idea very specifically to whatever you see. This table doesn't mean anything. This chair doesn't mean anything. This hand doesn't mean anything. This foot, I can't show you the foot, doesn't mean anything. This pen doesn't mean anything. Then look further away from your immediate area and apply the idea to a wider range. That door doesn't mean anything. It's back there somewhere, the door. some door. That body doesn't mean anything. That lamp doesn't mean anything. That sign doesn't mean anything. That shadow doesn't mean anything. So right away, and it's just lesson 1. That's just getting started. Crazy. Notice that these statements are not arranged in any order and make no allowance for differences in the kinds of things to which they applied. That is the purpose of the exercise. The statement should merely be applied to anything you see. As you practice the idea for the day, so that's the other cool thing. So every day you have this idea that you just keep on practice, that you just practice. As you practice the idea for the day, use a totally, that's a horrible word. Indiscriminately. It's fast at the end. Indiscriminately. Anyway, you know what I mean. What a word. Do not attempt to apply it to everything you see. Do not attempt to apply it to everything you see, for these exercises should not become ritualistic. Only be sure that nothing you see is specifically excluded. One thing is like other as far as the application of the idea is concerned. Each of the first 3 lessons should not be done more than twice a day each, preferably morning and evening. Nor should they be attempted for more than a minute or so unless that entails a sense of hurry. A comfortable sense of leisure is essential. So, A Course in Miracles. First lesson. Nothing I see in this room, on the street, from this window, in this place means anything. And then it builds up on that. Maybe I should do it again. Well, would be number 4. Maybe eventually I get it, I'm just a very slow learner. So that's a good thing for like a New Year's resolution. You still have time today to say, why not do the Course in Miracles? It only can help. It is sometimes written a little difficult because it's this funny language that they use. And it's also, just to warn you, so it's based in Christian faith, but like you can sometimes, if you have an issue with that, you can just, take God and call it the Force or something. I think there are ways around it, but it is such a great, fantastic, amazing book. Every time I did it, because the interesting thing is also when you do the lesson per day, then you also have experiences that work with the idea. They will come. So, thumbs up on the Course in Miracles. So anyway, that's it for today. I just want to say, it's always good to come up with some ideas for the things that you want to change this year. To achieve something, we have to give something up. I mean, to do this vlog, I have to give up on watching Netflix. And I love watching Netflix. I mean, I could watch Netflix right now. There's television right there. But I made a commitment. I told myself, okay, look, I'll do that vlog. Hopefully every day of the year. Things like that are always crazy. It's so... It's because you eventually you run into problems because you have to really get the timing right and everything. So I don't even want to say I'll do it every day. I just say forget it. I do it every day for 1 year, starting today, and so we always have to give something up for what we want. Very often it's comfort. Even yoga. Who wants to do yoga? I don't want to do yoga. It's so intense. Who wants to do this? But the thing is, I give up my laziness to feel good in this body. And to me, as I think I mentioned in one of the vlogs, I never regretted to practice. I only often regretted not to practice. So that's the thing. You can't get anything for nothing. You have to give something up, and then you get something else for it. But in my experience, very often, if you do that sacrifice, you also get something really meaningful out of it. It's not something that anybody can just buy at the corner store or download from an app store. It's something that really helps your life, uplifts you, and really gives you something deep and meaningful.